Hey everyone, I want to make a quick video. We're in First Corinthians, and Paul's writing this letter to the Corinthians because there's some confusion maybe going on, some strife. There's some people that are believing in Paul, some people in Apollos, some people in Yeshua. And Paul obviously is trying to set them straight. And these people think that they're right. And I made a video, I think yesterday or the day before, because I've been seeing some guys who, go after other videos and try to critique them, which I got, but these guys just try to use all the big words and try to, pour on all this, cite all these 1,000-year-old, well, this research, and it's like, they just think they're so wise, but they can't even step back and realize they know nothing. They really, I know this book. Well, how do you know that book is, what I'm saying? You weren't there. And even if you did, would you understand it in context? So Paul is, talking to him about that, but I want to point out some stuff. Well, first, we're talking about labor. And, the church teaches that there's only one step in believing in salvation, and that's just believing in Yeshua Messiah and accepting him as your Savior. Well, that's the first step. There's many more. You will be judged by your works. It says that many times in the Bible. And Paul is talking about, well, how, will you be judged here? He who plants, he's talking about him and Apollos who are trying to teach these people about Yeshua. And he who plants and he who waters are one, and each one shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. So, then some more clues as to, you will be reviewed of what you do. There's just no doubt. You're not just going to go, hey, Elohim's going to high five you, give you a little slap on the butt and go, you're in, buddy, go do whatever you want. It's heaven. Doesn't work like that. So we're talking more. According to the favor which you give me, my build, I laid a foundation. He was able to lay. If anyone builds on this foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, straw, each one's work shall be revealed, for this day shall show it up, because it is revealed by fire. And the fire shall prove the work of each one, what sort it is. If anyone's work remains, which he has built on, he shall receive a reward. If everyone's work is burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, but so is through fire. Now, what does that mean? I was talking about it, and, we want to compare and contrast this with, paraphrasing, get away from me. But master, what about all the works we did in your name? And Yeshua says, get away from me. I never knew you. So who exactly is going to be all right if their works burn, but they're still saved, and who isn't? Because clearly some are and some aren't. And one of the main themes of the Bible is your heart. He's always after your heart. He searches your thoughts. He's your heart. So I think your heart has something to do with that. It's just me. But I also want to go down a little bit to again, back to the guys who are making these videos who, I've read all these books and I know, and, they say, well, the Bible really, they're just trying to tell you for sure what the Bible really does. These guys are all, they're book smart, but no wisdom. They don't, again, until you understand truly, until you realize in your own head 100% that you know nothing truly, that's when you start to gain wisdom. And I'll give an example of that after this. Let no one deceive himself. If anyone among you seems to be wise in this age, let him become foolish, so that he might become wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Elohim. For it has been written, he catches the wise in their craftiness. And again, Yahweh knows the thoughts of the wise. They are worthless. So then, let no one boast in men. So, here's my example of why you need to realize you don't really know anything. Let's start with yourself, right? Everyone knows that sometimes we have thoughts pop into our head. Well, first off, scientifically and psychologically, I study psychology all the time. That's one of my things. I still don't know where thoughts generally come from. We're not sure where they come from. So you have these thoughts and you try to be a good person, but everybody knows that weird or bad thoughts sometimes pop in your head, the sinful thoughts. So we don't even know where our own thoughts come from sometimes. And that is us inside ourselves. So if you take that a step farther, let's say you're married and you've been with someone for 18 years, you know them very well. Very, very well. But you still don't know every thought that they have. Like instead of, you know their actions and what they say, but you don't know any of their inner thoughts, okay? Then you have what you removed one layer, we'll say, down to your children. You know them even less, not just a little bit. You still know them very well, but that's now to say to your own brother less, and then brother-in-law, and then neighbor, and then, so do you see what I'm saying? These people that are so close to you, you think you know about them. You don't really. I mean, you can know about them, but not all that you probably think. Think of how many times you've been surprised by the words or actions of your family or friends. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. You especially get to see the true colors of your family when a wealthy parent dies and you have brothers and sisters. Sometimes that's not good. So again, and I'm not denouncing, study or history or whatever. I absolutely love that stuff. I'm more of a hands-on type guy, like actual archaeology that can be digging up and you can put in your hands, because books, yeah, I mean, but you don't know who wrote them, what agenda they had, what they knew, what they thought they knew, what they didn't. I do like those, what are they called? There's these stones, big stones that kings used to, write on of their conquests. And there's one from Egypt that actually says Yahweh and says Israelites. So, and then there's plenty of our, they don't blast it, God, the media is anti, I hate to say Christian, but, that's just an easy way to sum it up. And so that's why you don't see the archaeology of Christianity and what's been found over, in Israel and in the Middle East. There's just, if you do a dive into that and read the papers, and there's just proof of so much of the Bible over there that's been dug up. So that I would consider a lot more before some guy just saying, well, I read books and this is what the Greeks really meant. Like, well, the vowel goes here. It's just like, dude, stop. Just stop. Especially I heard one guy was like, well, there's no biblical evidence for Moses. So it's like, well, you don't believe in the Bible then, or you don't believe in inerrancy of the Bible. It's like, you're just, because then you're going down a rabbit hole. Like, why do you even bother then? It just, it's just foolishness. So the Lord is telling you what it is. So be very wary of people like that. They might have good intentions. They might not. But either way, you have to be wary. So again, keep it simple. What did Paul and the rest of the Israelites do with the newcomers right in the beginning? They said, whoa, this is too much. Like, we'll get them to this. Like, they do have to go in the synagogues on Saturday and listen to read it, learn about Moshe. But at first, it was, don't do any of the pagan stuff. Choke, blood, animal stuff. The couple bad ones. Point is simple, simplistic.
Oh.
What? Oh, your stomach hurts? I'm sorry, babe. My wife's having stomach issues. Severe ones, actually. So, yeah, anyway. People just, believe in Yeshua and try to follow his laws like he says. He says himself in black and white. Do the best of your ability. And try to help your neighbor like you'd help yourself. And love Elohim with everything you got. That's it, okay? That's it. Then you can get into this and get into like the nitty-gritty, but that's it, okay? Peace out, y'all.